The night I knew I was going to die. I didn't think the noise was important at first. Just a dull tapping, like a branch brushing against the side of the building. I rolled over and checked my phone, 2:17 a.m. Too early to be awake, too late for anyone to be outside. The tapping came again, louder this time. Not rhythmic, not random either, intentional. I got out of bed and crossed the apartment quietly. My roommate, Aaron, was asleep on the couch, the TV still glowing blue across the walls. I didn't want to wake him yet. I told myself it was nothing, someone drunk, someone lost, anything but what my gut was already warning me about. I pulled the curtain back just enough to look outside. There was a man standing directly under our living room window. He wasn't knocking, he was staring. His face was tilted upward, eyes locked onto the glass like he knew exactly where I'd be standing. The moment our eyes met, he smiled. That was when I knew something was wrong. I dropped the curtain and backed away slowly, my heart hammering so hard I was sure he could hear it through the walls. I shook Aaron awake and whispered for him to stay quiet. Before he could even ask why, the tapping moved down the hall toward the front door. Knock, knock, knock. Not aggressive, calm, patient. Aaron mouthed, "Police?" I shook my head and pointed to my phone. Before I could dial, the doorknob twisted. It didn't open, we always locked it, but the sound of the handle being tested made my stomach drop. A voice came through the door, soft and oddly polite. "I know you're home." That sentence felt like ice water poured straight into my chest. We didn't answer. The doorknob stopped moving. For a moment, everything was silent again, and I almost convinced myself he'd left. Then came the sound of metal scraping against wood. He wasn't knocking anymore. He was carving something into the door. Each slow scrape was deliberate, as if he had all the time in the world. Aaron whispered that he was calling the police. I stayed frozen, staring at the door, imagining it splintering inward at any second. The scraping stopped. Relief hit me for exactly half a second until I heard footsteps moving toward the back of the apartment. Our bedroom window. I ran down the hall and slammed it shut, just as a hand slapped against the glass from the outside. The face appeared again, closer now, distorted slightly by the window pane. His smile was gone. His eyes were wide, unblinking. He raised something into view. A crowbar. That was the moment my thoughts went very quiet. No panic, no plans, just a single, clear realization. This is how people die. This is the part of the story where everything ends. He slammed the crowbar into the window frame once, twice. The glass cracked, a spiderweb of fractures spreading outward. I screamed for Aaron, for the police, for anyone. Before the third strike landed, red and blue lights flooded the room. The man froze. His head snapped toward the sound of sirens, and for the first time, he looked uncertain. He bolted, disappearing into the darkness just as officers rounded the corner of the building. They caught him less than a block away. When the police finally came inside, one of them asked us how long he'd been outside. According to the neighbor across the street, he'd been pacing our building since midnight, waiting, watching. Before they left, an officer walked us to our car so we could stay with friends for the night. That's when we saw the